Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Games and Things. We're just a couple of weeks from March Madness, folks. Conference tournaments, the NCAA tournament. Then you get baseball, the Masters, NASCAR. It's your time for sports viewing. This is a great time for sports viewing. And that means it's time to make your sports viewing as wonderful as possible. That requires new home theater seating from Games and Things. Nobody has a better selection of home theater seats, bigger selection, better selection than Games and Things. Get down and see for yourself. You can park yourself in several of their test models right there in their beautiful big showroom. OurGameRoom.com to learn more. But get down to their showroom at the corner of Kingston Pike and Lovell Road next week. Games and Things, because life should be fun. All right, let's take a look at results of the poll. Not a surprise, although we did have a late push. People trying to prove me wrong with the SEC regular season title. 11% of you say that's what matters this season, win the regular season. 3% of you, we are on different planets. You would rather have the SEC tournament title than the regular season title or a deep NCAA run. But 86% of you say deep NCAA run. We thank you for playing as always. All right, 9 games on the horizon. Here's a quote from Chris Del Conte, Texas Athletic Director. We have 8 games scheduled right now. We're working on going to a 9-game schedule, but we have a ways to go with that. I would say this year we have an 8-game schedule. The following year we have another 8-game schedule. Then we'll look at going into a 9-game conference schedule. Okay, that has been taken to mean they're going to 9 because he says we'll be going into. I took it to mean it's still up for debate. So, and I know that the SEC wants more cash. ESPN just signed an extension for the first 6 years of the expanded playoff, $7.8 billion. So that's $7.8 billion. They have fewer dollars to give to the SEC for more SEC versus SEC games. Is Chris Del Conte going to learn that the cowards rule in this conference and we're staying at 8 because we'd rather back into a bowl or schedule our way into a bowl than play each other on the field? What happens?
Yeah, I don't think they go to 9 because I don't think ESPN's going to give them more money. I just think that they lose 8 total games of inventory that they would be able to have advertising for to get better games. I think there's also this concern. It's not the Chattanooga and the Charleston Southern game going away if you go to 9 conference games. It's Alabama versus Florida State, LSU versus Wisconsin. Those are the games I think that people are concerned will go away, and they'll still play, so it'll be like Michigan last year. 9 conference games, 3 cupcakes, and done. That's what I don't want to see.
Michigan was the exception, and typically Michigan plays somebody good.
They do.
So I would like to see the SEC schedule like the Big Ten, and people can sit there and say to me, well, the Big Ten isn't as good as the SEC was last year.
Yeah.
I don't like the Big Ten, but at least they schedule one another.
Yeah.
I wish the SEC would just man up and do that, but I don't think they will. Do you think they'll go to a 9-game schedule?
I don't think they will because I think when they were talking about it, why are we adding a game without getting compensated for it? It really didn't make any sense. And why are you taking a chance on going on the road to play a night game at Auburn? Doesn't matter who you are. That can be a tough place to play. When it's just one more chance to lose a game when you can schedule around that. That's just the way that they look at it to me.
Yeah, they'd rather play Charleston Southern at home than go on the road to Ole Miss.
Right. I think that there was really movement to go to 9, Dave, and then I think they started talking about, we're not getting paid for it. Why do it?
I think there are a couple of reasons to do it. One, I think we would all agree SEC football versus SEC football is better on a Saturday than Coastal Carolina.
Far better.
So, I mean, just the product is so much better. And I think when you get into this 12-team playoff, you're going to see that if you're from one of the major conferences and you go 9-3 or 10-2, you got a pretty good chance to make the college football playoff. You're in the hunt, and that's what people want to hear. So I don't have a problem, as much as I typically don't like patsy games, I don't have a problem with 3 patsy games if they went to 9, because then everybody's held to the same standard of they have to play 9 conference games. So if you get to that 10-win, you're in. That's the way I would like for it to play out. Whether or not it will play out that way is a totally different
I'd
argument.
like to see everybody play 10 good games a year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would be,
I'm down. I'm down.
That would be the way I'd like to see it. I don't really care how you get there, as long as you're playing 10 good games a year. The other thing to watch out for these ADs, every other year you lose a home game if you do that. And that's between $2 and $4 million a year that you might be losing by losing that home game.
Yeah, and
I just think it's funny that these other leagues did it.
Yeah, and they were fine. And,
they just
one of
won
them
the
makes more
national
money.
title.
Yeah.
And definitely not to interrupt, but talking to Jacob Horn and Cooper Mace, as I do regularly, those Patsy games are almost as much of an off week as a bye week. Because you know going into it, you're going to handle Southwest Missouri, Alabama State, whatever the case may be. And you get a half off of that game on game day, too.
Yeah.
They make a big difference, so you're asking a lot more if we start to get into more difficult games.
The only thing all of our VFLs that do our show in the fall, the only thing they say is a benefit is the guys who don't normally play get a shot to play. But anybody who is playing doesn't look forward to those games. They don't like those games. They're meaningless.
Oh, so
I
can
could
I-
go out and blow my knee against.
Yeah.
Can
you
I
know.
ask one quick question?
No, but go ahead.
Okay. How many automatic bids are there with the expanded playoffs?
There will be 5. The conference.
So is that
champions.
6 or 7 at large?
7.
7. So you got 7 at large. I don't think a 3-loss team can automatically feel like they're going to get in.
Not automatically.
Not
no.
remotely.
No.
I just hope. Look, if I prefer the SEC to the Big Ten, but if the Big Ten is scheduling better, and the SEC is doing the 8-game thing, and it comes down to 2 teams that have the exact same record, and one of them played 9 conference games, and one of them played 8, I hope the Big Ten team gets in. I hope the SEC has to sit there and go, oh, but wait, we're tougher. We played 8. Yeah, I don't care. You played Gudger Tech.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you credit for it. You can sit there and say, well, they just played Northwestern. Beats Charleston Southern. To me, I don't like the cowardly way out. And part of it is these ADs also saying, at Kentucky or wherever, maybe Tennessee, we need to schedule this way to get into a bowl, which I really hate. But anyway, I don't think the NCAA is listening to me.
I would love for somebody to explain to me how the Pac-12 is just automatically going to have a bid. And the last time I checked it, Will.
Well, that's just it. It's going away.
Yeah,
That's
Will
why
and
it's
I
going to
think
5.
have as many Pac-12 teams as they do now.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to figure out how
it's going to
that
be
works.
vote. Yeah, it's going to go
All
to
you got
5.
to do is flip
so.
a coin heads once.
Yeah.
That's
I
where
mean,
it's going from 6
Why
to 5.
get somebody hurt? You made it.
All right. When we come back, over-under, the gambling services have set the over-under win totals for SEC teams. We'll show you Tennessee. We'll show you all the teams that are 7.5 or more. We'll make our picks against those. Come on back on the Sports Source.